As for the relationship, continuous communication is essential for both parties to feel respected and understood in their needs. In many cases, with age, couples may experience a change in sexual dynamics, but this does not mean that intimacy should be lost. Talking openly about what is desired and what is needed, without pressures or judgments, can enrich the relationship and strengthen emotional ties. Often, sexual satisfaction in old age is based more on emotional closeness and complicity than on the physical act itself. Likewise, sexual orientation and diversity of identities must also be considered in this context. The elderly, like any other person, have the right to explore their sexuality according to their desires and preferences. It is important to provide an inclusive and without prejudice environment, where everyone, regardless of their sexual orientation, feel validated and supported by their sexual experiences. Promoting respect and inclusion also helps reduce the social isolation that some older people may experience due to lack of understanding of their desires or needs. In summary, sexuality in old age is an integral part of general well-being, which can and should be maintained active and satisfactory. Instead of seeing age as an obstacle to enjoying a full sex life, we must celebrate that sexuality evolves, and with it, the opportunity to rediscover and experience new forms of connection, intimacy, and pleasure. Through open communication, physical and emotional health care, and a positive and respectful approach to desire and intimacy, older people can enjoy a healthy, enriching and satisfaction sexual life. It is also essential to recognize that sexuality in old age not only refers to the physical act of sexual relations, but to a broader spectrum that encompasses affective contact, emotional closeness, and simple pleasure of sharing intimate moments with a couple. For many older people, sexual desire is redefined with time and experience, prioritizing the emotional connection on the need to meet external expectations about what should be sexuality. Physical contact, such as hugs, kisses, and caresses, remains an important form of intimacy that can strengthen emotional ties and promote emotional well-being. Mental health plays a crucial role in this whole process. Aging can bring emotional and psychological challenges, such as fear of rejection, anxiety about physical appearance, or sadness for the loss of youth. These factors can influence sexual desire, so it is vital that older people take care of their emotional well-being as well as their physical health. Talking about these concerns with a couple of trust or with mental health professionals can be of great help to free any emotional barrier that can prevent a full sex life. In addition, couple therapy or sexual advice can offer useful strategies to solve problems related to intimacy, helping people feel more connected to their body and their partner. In addition, many times social prejudices play a role in the perception that older people have about their sexuality. The idea that sexuality is exclusive to young people is a stigma that we must constantly challenge. It is necessary for society to recognize and respect the sexual desires of the elderly, supporting an inclusive and open vision in which sexuality is celebrated at all ages. Education on the subject is also fundamental, since providing information and resources to older people about sexuality, sexual health, and available options can empower them to make informed decisions and improve their general well-being. Sexuality can also be a key element in the construction of lasting and satisfactory couple relationships. In old age, many couples find that physical intimacy can adopt new forms or be less frequent, but the emotional connection becomes an even more important aspect. The closeness, communication, and mutual support are the pillars of a healthy sexual relationship in old age. While sexual desire can fluctuate over time, love and affection are constant that must be cultivated at all times. It is essential that both older people and society as a whole get rid of myths and misunderstandings about sexuality in old age. Sexuality is a human right that should not be limited by age, and must be seen as a source of well-being and joy, instead of focusing on physical limitations or what is no longer possible. It is healthier to focus on the possibilities that still exist to enjoy intimacy and connection with others, thus, by accepting the changes, but without losing sight of the importance of sexuality. The elderly can live a rich, full and healthy sexual life that fosters both their physical and emotional well-being. As older people continue to explore their sexuality, it is crucial that they feel supported by their right to live this experience satisfactorily. Sometimes, changes in health can generate physical barriers, but this does not imply that sexuality should be limited or set aside. There are multiple options to adapt to these new realities, from physical therapies such as Kegel exercises, which strengthen pelvic soil muscles, to the use of devices that help improve erectile function or lubrication. These approaches, together with the willingness to prove new forms of intimacy, can allow sexuality to remain a vital and satisfactory component of life. In addition, social support is also an important factor. Older people can find comfort and understanding in support groups or in communities that share similar experiences. Talking openly about sexuality with others can help reduce the isolation that older people often experience by dealing with these issues. The inclusion of sexuality in social and family conversations is also a fundamental step to normalize it in old age, since this allows older people to feel validated and accepted in their desires and needs. In the context of public health, access to education about sexuality and sexual health is equally essential. Medical services must be prepared to address these issues with sensitivity and respect, providing older patients with the tools and resources necessary to maintain a healthy sex life. Health professionals must be willing to discuss openly about sexuality without judging, addressing any concern or question that patients may have, either about the use of contraceptives, erection problems, lubrication, or any other related topic. This type of professional support can be a key factor in ensuring that older people continue to enjoy their sexuality safely and healthy. In addition to physical and emotional aspects, sexuality also has a significant impact on the perception of life in general. People who maintain an active sex life, who feel that they can express themselves and enjoy intimacy, tend to have a more positive vision of aging. Sexuality provides a sense of vitality, self-acceptance and connection, which contributes to greater satisfaction with life. By cultivating a positive attitude towards sexuality, older people may feel younger, more alive and more willing to participate actively in life. Therefore, maintaining healthy sexuality in old age is not only possible, but is an essential part of human life. As society continues to evolve, it is essential to knock down the barriers of stigma and encourage an inclusive and respectful approach towards the sexuality of the elderly. By making sexuality a normal and natural issue at all stages of life, the well-being and integral health of the elderly will be promoted, ensuring that they can enjoy a satisfactory and enriching sex life, regardless of age. Give the video a like if you liked it and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more videos about this content. Leave a comment so we can know your opinion, and we will take it into account for future videos.